Hey guys, it's about beer 30. Let's take a walk into the kitchen and see what's in the fridge today.
Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Thanks a bunch for stopping by. Today's beer we're going to do another one from New Park Brewing. Not had anything from these guys until Christian sent this beer mail package. He sent me a couple from this brewery. And he writes on this, New Park Brewing, his wife and Sarah, and he picked these beers up within a week or so of when they were canned. New Park Brewing has really gained momentum up here. And a lot of people in Connecticut who do not feel like making the trek to Treehouse and Trillium go there. Very solid IPA offerings. And on top of that, they are, I don't know how big the brewery is, but they are putting a canned on date on it and got the ABV on the back of the label. They've got all this fancy, colorful artwork or design on the front of it, but on the back of it, it does have their logo. Tells you the name is Spectrum Double IPA and 8% ABV on there. So we got the canned on date. And this one is 7/17/19, and today is 8/24. So it's just a tad, about 5 weeks old. Still should have a lot of hop aroma and hop flavor to the beer. These guys are in Connecticut. Over to Untapped, they don't have a commercial description. They just say it's an 8%er. They don't have the IBUs. So let's find out what this beer is all about. Big 16-ounce can, plain Jane can with a stick-on wraparound label. I like it when the breweries do that. They are concentrating on what's inside the can, then printing up a bunch of fancy cans, which cost extra money that they pass on to you. And there's no reason for it, guys. Those cans get thrown away or recycled. To me, this is the way to go. Put the canned on date on the bottom of it and put the ABV on the label somewhere, and we're good to go. IBUs aren't that critical anymore. I used to harp over that a long time ago. I don't anymore because hopping techniques have changed and the IBUs are not that critical depending on the hopping techniques. So, into the glass we go. Very cloudy, very hazy coming out of the can. Looks absolutely awesome. Definitely looks like a New England style beer. And since I put that, I'll spin it around to the back so you can see what the back looks like. It's got their logo and more information there, guys. About a finger and a half of head on that pour, and that is a bright orange juice color. That is an awesome looking beer. It looks like orange juice in a glass. Most definitely a great looking beer to me. I haven't even tasted it, but looking at it, I would say I would buy this beer, and I ain't even put my lips or nose to it yet. That's a great looking beer. That looks exactly like a glass of orange juice there, guys. To the nose we go. Oh man. The hop aroma is off the chain, guys. There's pine, there's grapefruit, there's oranges, there's mango, there's all kind of tropical fruit notes there. Pineapple. Awesome smelling beer. Outstanding aroma. Outstanding color. Many years ago, I did not care for cloudy beers. They are my favorite now, guys. The New England style or Northeastern style beers that a lot of breweries around the country and the world have jumped on the bandwagon of. This is the latest, greatest fad. I don't want to call it a fad. Style of beer. The latest, greatest style of beer. If you're a hophead and you like super off the chain hop aroma flavor, this is the best it gets. I used to think the West Coast styles was top of the line. This has to me, blowed that out of the water. This is the IPA lover's delight, this style of beer. It is to me, just my personal opinion. Now, if you don't like cloudy, hazy beers, or you don't like hoppy beers, probably not so much. But I do. So, the aroma is just unbelievable. Wow. I could smell that all day. That smells so good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Christian, Sean, and Sarah. Thank you all for the beer mail package that you all contributed to. I do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. This beer looks awesome. Let's taste it. Absolutely outstanding, guys. For an 8%er, the alcohol is very, very well hidden. That is a smooth beer, even though it's a double IPA. I'm not getting a huge bitterness to the beer. I can understand why people are going there and picking up these beers, like he said, instead of making the long drive to Trillium or Treehouse. I don't know if they're standing in line at this brewery, at New Park Brewing, like a lot of people are doing at Trillium and Treehouse. But when I see a brewery producing this quality of a beer, and they are putting the ABV on it, and they are putting the can on date on it, and it is a plain Jane silver can with a stick-on wraparound label, I am very impressed. Especially when I pour this in a glass and look at it and smell it and taste it. Outstanding. Well done, New Park. You got a fan here. Wish I could get your beers here. Wow. They are definitely in the same category as Trillium and Treehouse, guys. No doubt in my mind. This is a prime example of that excellent, well-made, quality beer. Doesn't get a whole lot better than this. So let's swirl this around and get the back end pour in there. I don't see how I could possibly change any of the appearance, but you never know. Oh, that's a good looking beer. And look at that head. When you think of a New England style beer, a picture of this ought to be in Wikipedia. This is what a New England style beer should look like. Right there. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Well, guys, I'm going to go sip on this for a little bit and come back and give it a grade. I am thoroughly impressed with what New Park Brewing is doing. Great brewery. If you're in the vicinity of there, go by and check them out. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back. Been sitting on it about an hour or so. Awesome lacing us up on the glass. Awesome beer inside the glass. If you're near somewhere close to New Park Brewery, you need to give these guys a visit. Especially if you like these styles of beer, like I do. They are in the same category as Trillium and Treehouse. I can see why Christian is telling me these people close to this brewery are going there instead of making the trek up to Trillium and Treehouse. If you can get something from New Park, it's just as good as what they are producing. I don't know if you're standing in line like you do at those places to get these beers, but they probably are worth it. And only being, well, this one is an 8%er, so it is definitely into the double IPA range, but it doesn't taste like it is. It drinks like a single IPA, maybe even a pale ale. The alcohol is that well hidden. Very impressive beer to me. I would buy this beer if I could get it here. No doubt a freaking about it. Awesome. It is absolutely outstanding. Lacing, taste, aroma, all off the chain. Excellent, well-made beer. Can you tell I like it? I like it just a little bit, huh? Yeah, I like it a lot. Very tasty. Final chug. And the aroma. Hour in the glass and it's still off the chain with the aromas, guys. Very nice. Very tasty beer, I say. Final chug. And like I said, I don't know how big the brewery is, how long they've been in business. but they're still putting the ABV and a can don't date stamped on the bottom of it, so they know what the importance is of that. And just like some of the other breweries that do that, that's the two most important things. We want to see the ABV on the label. We want to see the can don't date on it. Excuse me. Give us those two bits of information and we'll buy your beers religiously. But if you don't put the ABV on it, or you don't put the can don't date on it, this guy's not going to buy your beers if they're available here. So tell us that, and then we'll buy your beers. That's as simple as it can be. Would you buy a gallon of milk or a loaf of bread that didn't have a date on it? No. I feel the same way about beer. Tell us when it was canned or bottled. Gotta have that information. Gotta have the ABV on the label. I don't know what I'm buying if it doesn't have those two bits of information. I want to know how old it is. I want to know what the ABV is of what I'm buying. Is it at 5%? Is it at 10%? Tell us that. I shouldn't have to get my smartphone out or go to a computer to figure that out. Tell us those two bits of information and we'll buy your beers. We'll stand in line to buy your beers. So, 2 thumbs up to the guys at New Park Brewing for doing that. Like I said, don't know how big they are, but they realize those two bits of information are very important to craft beer drinkers. So, to me, it's a 10 beer, guys. It's absolutely outstanding. Would buy them if I could get them here. No doubt about it. Especially this one. This is outstanding. So, over to Beer Advocate, that's a 94 in the outstanding range. I think it's better than a 94. It is an outstanding beer. I have no reason at all to give it less than a 10, guys. Especially when they're giving us the can don't date and the ABV on the label. And what I had in the glass, and what I tasted in the glass, and what I smelled in the glass. It's how it's done. That's how it's done. Alright, over to Untapped. They say it's 4.31, also in the A range. I think it's better than A beer, guys. It's an A plus beer. If you don't like this beer, you bought the wrong beer. If it's blowing your palate out of your mouth, you need to get off the macrolabers and work your way up to something like this. If you're a seasoned craft beer drinker and you're a hophead and you like a New England style beer, this fits the bill. So, just my opinion though. So, we got the grades from everybody. Me, Beer Advocate, Untapped. It's an A to A plus. A plus for me, A from Beer Advocate and Untapped. So, if you've had this from New Park Brewing, this is their Spectrum 8% double IPA or Imperial IPA. Let me know what you think. 2019 edition. Very, very tasty. Go pick it up. I said, go pick it up, I said. And if you had it, let me know what you think, guys. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.